Alright, hello everyone and welcome back to my GTA 5 Mod Spotlight series, where today we are having a look at yet another wonderful mod, this time in the form of parachute thrusters, which is being made by user Wedged Wolf. And what this glorious little piece of work looks to add into the game is, well, thrusters that are added to your parachute. It's pretty much in the name there, and it is simply wonderful, as it does allow you to go farther and faster with your parachutes than if you were to just jump off of a building normally. And as an additional little benefit, it also does give you infinite parachutes, so you can just keep on jumping off of high places without having to stop in the interim to jump into some form of aircraft to get another parachute. And overall, it's quite a wonderful, if somewhat strange oddity of a mod. And I say strange oddity because this mod was actually originally, and actually still is, a part of a larger mod, which is the Just Cause 2 Eject mod, but it was requested by fans to sort of split this one also into its own standalone version, so you just have the parachute thrusters, which I was quite happy to see because, well, the Just Cause 2 Eject one, that I only downloaded to try out for myself because I wanted the parachute thrusters. I didn't care about the rest of the mod. I just wanted those glorious, glorious parachute thrusters. And so I was quite happy to see them split off into their own thing. And, well, it's lovely. So, how do you use said parachute thrusters? It's pretty simple. First and foremost, you need to jump off of a building and start to parachute. There we go. And now normally when you are parachuting on a piece of cloth held together by some strings, yeah, you're just kind of floating along like this. You're going at a pretty decent clip, but of course it is a parachute. You are also going down at a pretty frequent pace as well. So what you can do to make it go much faster and of course drop less quickly is hold down Shift. And when you do, you'll notice we get this little smoke particle trail coming off the back of the parachute. That is the thrusters that are, yeah, just imagine them being up there in the wires. That's just an odd thing. But I do kind of like the particle trail there. And yes, when you have this activated by once again holding Shift, or if you're on a controller, the A key, you go at a much faster rate, which also means you do drop out of the heavens at a far slower pace. Now, if we would have kept going without the thrusters, odds are we probably would have been landing somewhere in this area. But now, with the parachute being propelled by thrusters, we're probably going to easily make it past those buildings over there. I mean, we jumped all the way back from the maze bank, and this is already a pretty solid distance here that we are going, and that's all thanks to the thrusters at this current speed. Now, that's one of the fun things about this particular mod, is it does also come with an INI file that allows you to customize the amount of thrust that the thrusters actually give you. Now, by default, it is set to 2.5, and that is what we're currently on because I wanted to show off this mod to you guys with its default settings. And then after you've played around with it this way, you can change that to whatever you find most effective. Now, I've been having a lot of fun with just doubling the speed to 5, but you can go really as high as you want, though I would like to point out the higher you go up on the thrust scale, the more difficult and interesting it is to actually control, and you may crash your game. That's happened to me when I set it to 50 earlier. Oh boy, don't do that, guys. Don't do that. But yes, with just 2.5, we've been able to sail through the air on our parachute all the way really to the end of the beach here. I mean, we're probably going to land right about at the rocks. And yeah, normally not possible with just going normally via parachute. I mean, oh boy, here we go. And boom, hit the rocks and broke our ankle most likely. But yeah, we've come from all the way here to here. That is a crap load of distance. Let's just roughly measure it with the bar down there. So about 1,000 meters to there. And yeah, we've gone about 2 kilometers roughly from the maze bank over to here. And that's all thanks to those glorious, glorious thrusters. And it's a pretty cool mod overall. I've been having a lot of fun with it. It is quite entertaining when you do set the config file to a higher thrust, which I am going to pause the game real quick and bring you guys back in a second when I have that all set up and good to go. So I will see you guys momentarily so we can play around with it at a higher thrust. And we're back on top of the Maze Bank building, and let's just go ahead and jump right off. And I have set the parachute this time to have its thrusters at 10. So from the original default 2.5 to now 10, and here we go. Oh, look at the speed we're going now. That is just beautiful. We are going at quite a lovely rate of speed. And, oh boy, it's actually going to take us quite a while to make it all the way to the ground if I continue to hold back on the parachute like I was previously. And it's just lovely. So at 10 speed, we're already way past that building down there, which is where I was kind of thinking, or no, I was kind of thinking without the boost we'd probably land at that park down there. But yeah, we're quite easily sailing over it. And we're not going to lose much altitude by the time we make it to where we previously landed, all thanks to now thrusters set to level 10 from once more the default 2.5. And yeah, you can just kind of screw around with those numbers to your heart's content and find exactly the right thrust that you'd like. I'm actually thinking maybe 10 is my new number. I have been using it, as I said, at 5 mostly, but I don't know, this 10's pretty nice. Pretty nice. We are flying high in this one. Oh, it's glorious. But yeah, that's really all I can show you guys on this. I mean, you jump off of something, you open your parachute, you hold shift, and you boost. That's really all there is to this mod besides that INI config file. And yeah, this is the demonstration of how that can change things. So that's really all I've got for you on this one today, folks. I would definitely say to go and check out the Parachute Thrusters mod for yourself. It is quite entertaining, and, well, who doesn't love going faster when they're in a parachute? It's quite nice. But yeah, so that's going to be it for this episode. I hope you all have enjoyed, and of course that you do come back for the next when we will be looking at yet another wonderful mod. But until that time, thank you for watching, my friends, and as always, have a good one. And my word, we are... That's where we landed last time. We're probably going to land down there, I'm thinking now. Yeah. You gotta love parachute thrusters. Later, folks!